Hi,
I'm Christina
I'm Maya,
from Bookworm Dreams.
and welcome to a new video. So, today we're going to talk about the last book in our Let's Read Cozy Fantasy project that we started last year and finished in January, which is fine. And that is The Goblin Emperor by Katherine Addison. So, this is a book in which we follow Maya. He's a half goblin, half elf young person because he turns 18, I believe, during the story of the book.
Yeah.
And one day he finds out that his estranged father and half brothers all died in a mysterious flyship accident, and he is now the emperor of the empire. He has been cast away from the entirety of the court, and he's been living first with his mother until she died, and then with his cousin, who was his guardian or whatnot. And he has no idea what he's doing, and now he has found himself in court, and he's trying to figure out how to rule, and who is his friend, who's not his friend, and so on and so on. And the story continues on and on. So,
Okay.
Christina, what were your thoughts on the book?
So I'll try to be brief about this because, I don't have many thoughts. But basically, as I started it, I kind of liked it, and then at 12%, I sent a message to Maya saying, "Maya, I want to DNF this because it's boring." Basically, that's what happened. But I pushed through because I promised Maya we would do this. So I did it. And it wasn't such a chore as it seemed in the beginning. Actually, the I quite liked, to be fair, I quite liked the last third of the book when things actually started happening. When there was some intrigue, where you had to solve something, where started happening actually. Yeah. But the main thing for me was that there were so many names,
Yeah.
so many weird and similar names. There were so many Ishevari Varash thingy that I just couldn't. For most of the book, it didn't know who was the guard, who was a former emperor, who was the actual queen, who was the former queen. Got completely lost, and I think that's the part that actually drew me out of the entire plot and everything, because as I pushed through the book, I started jotting down some names so I could remember, and then I started memorizing. Oh, so this is this person, this is that person, and then when kind of things happen, it kind of clicked. Oh, this is important because of this, and this because of this. So maybe um, my main point would be, if you're not good with names, don't listen to the audiobook, take the physical book, or if you listen to the audiobook, immediately jot down things so you remember, because I just couldn't. And I think that's what kind of ruined the enjoyment of the book for me, because really there was the entire almost ancestry of each person that appeared in the book. That's how it felt. Even the lowliest of maids had a name, surname, where she comes from, and she was maybe just mentioned on that one page, and we leave her
Never
there.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I was just overwhelmed by the amount of characters. However, I actually extremely liked the story of what happened to the king and the brothers, and how Maya actually got to the throne. What was it? Was it an accident or not? And what happened? And I love that part about it.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I agree with you with the names, and when you messaged me about the names, I was like, I don't know who anybody is. I'm just trying to capture context clues and figure out. But it didn't. I usually am like that. I don't really bother with names. That's why I never know what everyone's called. And that's why I was confused when, after a certain point, several assassination attempts and whatnot were starting
All
happening.
right.
Who was behind it and why? But overall, I enjoyed this book. I think I liked the world when we started, and I liked how we can follow the main character's progress. The part you liked is when the main character finally got a clue what he was supposed to do and how to do it, and that's when I guess you started liking the story. But yeah, I enjoyed following. I don't know, like what's with me, because at some points I don't like books that like that are character driven. Then I like books that are character driven. I think
Yeah,
this
I was
writing style really,
extremely surprised that you like this. Like when I started reading, I was like, "Oh my god, Maya's gonna hate this. Like this nothing happened."
this is
Like,
making me think I can read that I can, continue on with Robin Hobb. I'm like, oh, I like this, so I think maybe I can, So as I said, it's just I just when I started reading it, I was really, really interested. I kind of lost a bit of interest in the middle of it because I think I was reading something else. I think the point with me is that when I start a book, I have to finish it immediately. Either it will be like, nope. But yeah, I liked to follow the progression of Maya and how he's learning how to be an emperor and how he's learning how to surround himself with people who are here to guide him and learn how to not let other people trample over him and not let him speak and such. That's why I
yeah,
really enjoyed in the second half of the book how he confronted his cousin and what he
yeah.
suffered with him throughout his childhood, and how he finally got rid of the bad guys in the court and such. But yeah, I overall I liked it. I was also surprised that I liked it, but yeah.
I was like, the thing that you said, like how Maya learns who to trust. I had an issue with that, just precisely because I couldn't figure out who was who, and I was
Mhm.
like, okay, so why do you trust this person? You don't know them. Who are you? I couldn't, like you. He would meet someone for the first time and talk to them like once, and it was like, okay, I can trust you more than I can trust this guy, and I'm like, how do you know this? Like I had actually a problem with that
Mhm.
because he
Mhm.
he kind of just, it felt like he just randomly chose people that he will trust, and he
1 second, I hear my dog. Hold on. Here you go.
hi Neo,
Say hi.
Vidika,
Hello.
hej starček malý, vidíte
Old
kako
dog.
je
He's an old man
bělý.
now. Okay. Sorry. He was in front of the door, like. So
Oh, babe.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's what I wanted to say. There's nothing more. Just it felt weird, just that he could have so much faith in people that he didn't
Mhm.
really trust. But then again, that is very in tune with his character
Yes.
because he is very kind of nice and caring. And I almost wondered at the beginning when he acted, when he like became the emperor, and he was so nice, and everybody was staring at him, and they were like, you really want to like do that? And wasn't sure if they were like, uh I don't know, something felt weird. Like I didn't know if they thought the fact that he was weird, nice, was weird, or
Yeah,
that
I
he
think so. I think from
or
the beginning he started bringing change to
yeah,
the court because he's a father. So he's basically a half goblin, half elf, coming to an elvish empire
yeah,
to rule over them, and people are like no. And from the beginning, he was very different from his father because his father has issues of his own, and I think which was the point of how he got to. I don't want to spoil stuff, but which was the point
yeah.
of how he got to become emperor, and what the reasons were behind, people working behind the scenes is to bring some sort of a change and difference to the
But
court.
like, the world building, like objectively, when I look at it without like
Hmm.
contemplating on, like, me being bored, was quite interesting. You have like elves, you have goblins, you have like this half breed kind of thing, you have some political intrigue between the like different parts of the elfish kingdom. You
Yes.
have the witnesses, like for example the witness for the dead and witness for justice, who do like
Yes,
this investigations, and like the witness for the dead, like is, I mean, basically he's a what? A kind of a necromancer. I mean, he
kind
can,
of. Yes, yes.
like that's also like there's interesting, like world building points and like characters, and like
Yeah, but most of the book is basically minutia of every day of him
yeah,
ruling and coming to terms and sort of becoming more accustomed to being an emperor, which
yeah.
I understand can be quite boring. But I guess this one really, really worked for me, and I really enjoyed it. So if we compare this book to all the others that we read for this project, so we read A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. We read, oh my God, can't spell tea, Treason Without Tea, right?
Yes,
And I forgot
by
the author's name.
Rebecca Thorne, and
Yes,
we
that
read
Skullduggery Pleasant,
Skullduggery
yes.
Pleasant by Derek Lundy.
Lundy, yes.
Yes.
So of all those four books that we picked
Yeah.
for this project, so which one would you think is the coziest one? It's like that would fit with
Okay.
the cozy fantasy, I guess,
Yeah.
some kind of
We
definition.
talked about this, obviously.
Yeah.
None of them are cozy fantasy. Let's just say that. But like the coziest feeling, like the vibe, like, having the least amount of stakes in it is
Yes.
this one,
Yes, this one, right.
basically.
Yeah, because
Because like, what do we have? In one we have a girl that is accused of murder. One is oh, what was it? Like
the
literally
the
investigating another murder,
yes,
and
and also like dragons and such. I think in
that's the
the
third one
treason
with the
one
dragon.
we
Yeah,
have a wizard and a royal guard. They left together and they're trying to start a new life, and then everybody's coming for them because of
yes,
that. So that wasn't cozy at all.
yes. And although
And
here you do have like this assassination attempts and everything, like the book focuses more on Maya, and as Maya said, his everyday life. So it does give more of a cozy feel than the rest of them, basically.
yes,
Because
and the
Maya
Skullduggery
mostly
Pleasant
is
is
an
also an investigation, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And Maya, oh my God, it's confusing that his name is the same as yours.
Yeah.
As Maya said, Maya's life, everyday life, because he doesn't kind of get how he rules and how to rule almost by the end of the book until then. And so you really get like him just being nice and caring and comforting and just like, you know,
Learning.
learning.
Everything with him
Yeah.
learning. Yeah.
So he's not an active, he almost
Participant
is not an
at
active
all.
participant in most of the things. He just kind of watches other people, gets tutors to teach him, to dance, to understand politics and stuff like that. So this feels the coziest. Although, if we're judging by, Legends and Light Lattes as like the prime
That
example of,
started everything, the
yes,
whole
then
cozy fantasy thing. I mean,
yeah,
started, made
yeah,
it more popular.
none of this is cozy fantasy, and we got completely failed.
Yeah, I think the problem is that um, there isn't like a set definition. Everybody like has their own idea of what cozy fantasy is. I mean, we found most of our books on like lists. People
I
made
mean,
lists. Oh, if you liked Legend of Lattice, like let's read these like cozy fantasies, and we picked what we thought would be interesting to read and whatnot. And I think there not being a set definition of this, you can't really win. So I don't know.
yeah. I mean, technically, the can't spell treason without T. I think what the name of Tomes and T Cozy Fantasies. That's the name of the series.
Yes,
So kind of, it was in the name. That's why
I
you
know.
thought.
I think this was more like, I'm not sure when this was written, before Travis Baldry's book or not. But
2022.
I think people sort of jumped on this whole, oh, they have a coffee shop and they're making food and that makes it cozy. But there was no coffee shopping or making. Well, I mean, there was a little bit, but not as much as in the Legends and Lattes. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I think we need to
Maybe
read.
we'll have better luck with your baker's one.
Yes, we'll see. I have no idea. Okay, so that was our project. Please do check out the reviews of all the other books that we mentioned in our project. They will be in the description box down below.
Yes. Please like, share, subscribe, press the bell button if you want to get notifications whenever we post new videos.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the new video. Bye.
Bye.